Keep notes on what you read. You can do this however you like. It doesn't need to be a big production or a complicated system. Just do something to emphasize the important points and passages. As a result, most people should probably start more books than they do. This doesn't mean you need to read each book page by page. You can skim the table of contents, chapter titles, and subheadings. One way to improve reading comprehension is to choose books you can immediately apply. Putting the ideas you read into action is one of the best ways to secure them in your mind. When you lose a loved one all of a sudden, the information registers logically but not emotionally. You know that this person is no more, but your habits, reactions, behaviors aren't attuned of the new way of things. Another great article idea is to create a list of your favorite books. You can even use this idea to start a fun series if you are a blogger. For example, you may want to break up different books into different categories. Water that is clean and available readily is important as it contributes to a great extent in maintaining good health. The uses of water are plenty. Human beings use water for drinking, cooking and other domestic purposes. Water has the potential to keep the human body and mind healthy and sound. From going to offices, grocery shops, supermarkets, hospitals and so on, our dependence on transportation has become inevitable. It has for sure reduced the time of travel but has increased the rate of accidents. Roads are not the place for you to showcase your stunts or experiment with drifting techniques, no matter how empty the roads are. Penalties for traffic rule violations are updated on a regular basis to keep the number of road accidents in check. Leaders and communities around the world have been trying to emphasize on the importance of saving water by funding various activities to preserve water, and organizing campaigns to motivate and support even the less privileged strata of society to lend a helping hand in the movement to save water.
Our mission is to be a university that has a global significance, to be a leader in higher education providing excellent research and teaching, and contributing to the most important issues and debates of modern times. We are proud that this university is increasingly having an impact on practice and thinking worldwide. Buying directly from farmers at markets allows you to understand the processes that make up food systems, gives you insight into the seasons and the land, and creates a connection between you and the people who grow your food. Small-scale farms conserve soil and important fields, meadows, and surrounding open spaces that are crucial to maintaining a healthy environment. The aim of our research was to explore how moving home at a young age affected the development of preschool children. There are many different reasons why families choose to move home, some of which are positive and some less so. Over a period of 10 years, our research team has investigated whether the conditions surrounding moving home, or indeed the fact of moving itself, contribute to children's development problems.
Perhaps the most measurable benefit of the program has been the opportunity to meet in small groups, something that is difficult to arrange in such a desperate organization. Many officers would have to work together for 30 years but would not know each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Public demand for education has remained strong, reflecting the importance of education as a means of social progress. Aware of the added value of education to the world of work, the government continues to innovate and update the education system in order to produce a qualified and competent workforce. Before the discovery of Australia, people in the Old World were convinced that all swans were white, an unassailable belief as it seemed completely confirmed by empirical evidence. The sighting of the first black swan might have been an interesting surprise for a few ornithologists, but that is not where the significance of the story lies. Food is one of the most important things you'll ever buy. And yet most people never bother to think about their food and where it comes from. People spend a lot more time worrying about what kind of blue jeans to wear, what kind of video games to play, what kind of computers to buy.
Participating regularly in physical activity has been shown to benefit an individual's health and well-being. Regular physical activity is important in reducing the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease and stroke, obesity, diabetes, and some forms of cancer. The National Physical Activity Guidelines for Adults recommends at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity, preferably every day of the week, to obtain health benefits.
The natural environment can be hazardous, and, with increased travel and leisure, people today are more likely than ever to be exposed to potentially life-threatening conditions. Although the human body can adjust to some extent, it cannot cope with poisons or prolonged exposure to extremes of environment. Researchers think that long-distance flyers such as the American golden plover and the white-rumped sandpiper picked up the spores while lining their nests. Then when the birds arrive in new places they molt, leaving behind the feathers and their precious cargo to start growing again at the other end of the world. Introvert, or those of us with introverted tendencies, tends to recharge by spending time alone. They lose energy from being around people for long periods of time, particularly large crowds. Extroverts, on the other hand, gain energy from other people. Extroverts actually find their energy is sapped when they spend too much time alone. They recharge by being social. The Earth just had the hottest month in recorded history, and it's even worse than normal. The record comes in a run of unprecedentedly hot months. Not only does it break through the all-time record set a year before, it also continues a now 10-month-long streak of months that are the hottest ever according to NASA data. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration calculates temperatures slightly differently. An industry or workplace often has its own terms for certain items, places, or groups of people, and university is no different. Here we have attempted to explain some of the terms you may come across on our websites that are specific to higher education. There are perhaps three ways of looking at furniture. Some people see it as purely functional and useful, and don't bother themselves with aesthetics. Others see it as essential to civilized living and concern themselves with design and how the furniture will look in a room. In other words, function combined with aesthetics, and yet others see furniture as a form of art. The elephant is the largest living land mammal. During evolution, its skeleton has greatly altered from the usual mammal, designed for two main reasons. One is to cope with the great weight of huge grinding cheek teeth and elongated tusk, making the skull particularly massive. The other is to support the enormous bulk of such a huge body. Lincoln's apparently radical change of mind about his war powers to emancipate slaves was caused by the escalating scope of the war, which convinced him that any measure to weaken the Confederacy and strengthen the Union war effort was justifiable as a military necessity.